I promised myself that when I finally touch you, I'll do it like I've waited entire lifetimes for that single moment. My vow is to kiss you so deeply that the stars themselves will envy the silence between our breaths. I made a promise not to just love you in daylight, but to worship your soul in the darkness too. I've sworn to explore the sides of you no one dared to reach, your shadows, your fire, your forbidden light, my naughty promise. To love you with such raw honesty that even your fears start to surrender. I vowed to never let my desire be casual with you. It will always carry meaning, always carry madness. I promised myself to memorize the way you look at me when words are no longer necessary. I've made a vow to never rush your surrender. I'll wait until you want to break for me. My secret promise was whispered to the universe. Bring me the one who'll ruin me beautifully. And it brought you. I promised to never make you beg for affection. You'll drown in it without asking. I swore to show you that desire can be both gentle and wild, and that you deserve both. I made a promise that my love would be the safest place for your deepest hunger. I vowed to undress not just your body, but the version of you that hides behind strength. My naughty promise. To taste your name like poetry and never forget its rhythm. I swore I'd never settle for halfway touches, only the kind that rewrite your heartbeat. I promised myself to learn your language, the way your eyes speak before your lips do. My vow is to leave traces of me not just on your skin, but in your silence. I made a promise that no matter how wild it gets between us, I'll never lose the softness of my love. I've sworn to make every night feel like a secret. We're both guilty of keeping my naughty promise. To make you forget where pain ends and pleasure begins. I vowed to always see you, not just your beauty, but the ache that made you strong. I promised myself that every touch would be a confession of how much I've missed you. I made a vow that when I finally hold you, I'll hold you like I'm protecting a prayer. I've sworn to crave your laughter as much as your lips. My naughty promise. To make every second with you feel like the first and the last combined. I vowed to love you in ways that silence the ghosts of those who couldn't. I promised to never love you like a secret, but to desire you like one. I made a vow that I'll never let you wonder if I still want you. You'll feel it in every glance. My promise was whispered through time, to always find you, no matter the life, no matter the name. I've sworn to make your body remember what peace feels like, even in chaos. I promised myself to never let you feel ordinary in a world that tried to dull your light. My naughty vow to make your pulse skip just by saying your name. I swore to never let my love for you grow quiet. It should roar even in silence. I promised to hold your gaze until the rest of the world fades away. I've made a vow to never take from you, only to give until you're overflowing. My promise is that no matter what distance separates us, you'll always feel me in your thoughts. I vowed to make our love a rebellion against fear, against doubt, against time. I promised to turn your insecurities into sacred parts of our story. My naughty promise to make you melt without even touching you, just with words, just with truth. I swore that one day you'll understand. My promise was never lust, it was longing made holy. I promised myself to listen when your silence speaks louder than your lips. I made a vow to touch your soul before I ever touch your skin. My naughty promise to make every goodbye taste like an unfinished kiss. I swore to always crave the mind behind your beauty. I promised to never stop learning the map of your emotions, every ridge, every storm, every calm. I made a vow that when I finally love you, I'll love you like it's my only purpose left on earth. My promise is to never make you feel like too much. For me, your intensity is home. I swore that my love would never demand, it would only invite. I promised to never turn away from your darkness, because I see the light it hides. My naughty promise to worship the way your soul trembles when it's seen. I vowed to love you through the pauses, not just the passion. I promised to make every moment between us feel like a confession. We're both guilty of enjoying. I swore that one day, when I whisper mine, you'll know it means forever. My vow to leave fingerprints on your memory, not just your body. I promised to never love you softly when your soul deserves a storm. I made a vow to love you past logic, past fear, past every boundary we thought existed. My naughty secret, I've already given parts of myself to you without your permission. I promised myself that if I ever fall again, it'll be into your arms, willingly. I promised myself that if I ever found someone who made my heart race and my body ache at the same time, it would be you. My naughty promise was never about what I'd do to you, but how I'd make you feel when I finally did it. I swore to the moon that one day you'd whisper my name like a secret only your body understands. I've made a promise to never hold back when it comes to you, not with words, not with touch, not with love. My promise was born the night I couldn't sleep, thinking about the way your lips would taste if I lost control. I told myself I'd never crave someone again. But you ruined that rule the moment you looked at me. I promised to explore every thought you're too shy to speak, and every desire you try to hide behind your eyes. I made a vow to memorize your reactions, the shivers, the gasps, the quiet surrender of your soul. I promised myself that one day I'd make you understand that desire isn't dirty. It's divine when it's with you. My naughty promise. To touch you with intention, to kiss you with confession, to love you like sin disguised as salvation. I made a silent oath to never let the fire between us die, no matter how much the world tries to drown it. I've made a promise to taste every secret you keep and turn them into poetry between our bodies. My promise isn't just physical, it's spiritual. I'll make your soul tremble before your skin even reacts. I swore that when I finally get close to you, it wouldn't just be for pleasure, it would be for awakening. I promised myself to make you forget what loneliness ever felt like. My naughty promise to leave you addicted, not to my touch, but to the peace you feel when you're near me. I promised to be gentle with your pain, but merciless with your desires. I swore that if you ever let me in, I'd make you question everything you thought love couldn't be. I've made a promise to never rush it, to let the tension build until we both can't breathe without each other. My naughty secret is that I've already imagined 1,000 ways to make you surrender without a single word. I promised myself I'd never love halfway. With you, it's all or nothing, and I've chosen all. I made a vow to always look at you like you're the only thing that ever made sense in this world. My promise is that when I finally touch you, it won't just be skin, it'll be energy, emotion, eternity. I've made a promise to undress your fears before your body. I swore to never let distance turn us cold, because what burns between us defies space and time. I promised myself to whisper your name in my prayers and my fantasies alike. My naughty vow to make you realize that love and lust can be the same sacred flame. I promised to give you something deeper than pleasure, presence. I swore that every time you doubt my feelings, I'll show you with actions that silence every insecurity. My promise was carved in desire, but written in devotion. I promised to make you blush, not from shame, but from the intensity of being truly seen. I made a vow that if you ever gave me your trust, I'd never use it carelessly. I've made a promise to always choose connection over control. My naughty promise to make you lose your breath, but find your peace in the same moment. I promised that every kiss would feel like an apology for all the nights we were apart. I swore to never let a day pass without reminding you how magnetic you are. My promise is that when we finally meet in the dark, you'll feel my light everywhere. I promised myself that if love ever knocked again, I'd open the door wearing honesty and fire. My vow is simple: to make your body remember me long after your mind tries to forget. I've made a promise to make your soul blush before your skin does. My naughty confession: I've been practicing the art of patience just to make our first touch unforgettable. I promised myself that you'd never have to question my desire. It's written in every silence between us. I've made a promise to turn every heartbeat of yours into a conversation my body understands. My vow is to never touch you without meaning, never kiss you without emotion. I promised myself that when I finally say your name, it'll sound like a prayer I waited lifetimes to say. My naughty promise isn't just to love you, it's to awaken you. I swore that I'd never let fear stop me from confessing how badly I crave you. I promised to turn every sigh you make into a symphony of surrender. I made a vow to give you the kind of love that heals while it burns. My promise was never meant to be whispered. It was meant to be felt. I swore I'd never lie to myself about what I want. And what I want is you, completely. I've made a promise to never let the chaos of the world steal the calm we find in each other. My naughty truth: I've already fallen, and this promise is my way of admitting it. I promised to always make you feel chosen, not chased.